Okay, so as I told you, we're gonna create a corner window. Screen is visible?
Visible, sir.
Okay, so two methods are there to create corner windows. One is using curtain wall method, and one is using creating our family itself only basically there. Okay, now if we try the first method using the curtain wall, it's very easy method. You don't have to do much of the things in that. So I'm gonna temporarily take a new project over here. I'm going to take a metric architectural template over there and select a new project and create some walls, and we'll try to add. So I'll take a wall command. I'm not worried about which type of wall I'm going to pick. Maybe I'm going to pick a 140 masonry wall. All right, and I'm going to create a connected wall actually, and I'll just create some walls, texture walls. That this way, something like that. So I've created certain walls over here, and in this end of the intersections of these two walls, or this milter joint of these wall, I want to add a window basically there. Okay, so as I told you, there are two methods. One is the curtain wall method, and the other method is creating a family itself. So first method is using curtain walls. So I'm going to take wall command, wall architecture, and I'm gonna select the type of wall as curtain walls, and I'm gonna take storefront in this basically. Okay, you can take exterior glazing or curtain walls also, it really doesn't matter, but I'm going to take storefront because it will create some sort of framing mullions with it. So I'm happy with that, so I'm going to pick that, and over here I'm going to go into the edit type and make sure that the automatic embed command is active or not basically. So if you look into the edit type or type properties, ऑटोमेटिकली एम्बेड कमांड इज ऑन. तो इससे क्या होगा कि हमारा जो कर्टन वॉल जो होगा वो वॉल के अंदर प्लेस हो सकेगा, मीन्स इट विल कट द वॉल एंड माई कर्टन वॉल विल फिट इनसाइड दैट बेसिकली. Okay, so that's on. If I uncheck this, what will happen? It will not allow me to place the curtain wall in the part of the wall basically. So I don't want that to happen, so I'll check this option on. All right, so keeping that option on, and then I'll draw, oops, to apply, okay. Sorry, God bless me. And I'm going to create a curtain wall, but before I create a curtain wall, I'm going to give a base offset. That would be the sill height. So I'm going to give suppose of 600 base offset, and I'm going to give top offset as well, so which I'm going to give negative, let's say if I give negative 1000 from the top. Okay, so from the base it would be raised as 600 and from the top it would minus 1000 basically there. Okay, you can later on also change this base offset and top offset after you created the curtain wall, but I'll do it prior first only, and I'll draw that curtain wall right from this middle, right from here, maybe till here, till there. Okay, so our curtain wall is in place, and I'm going to create another of this, and I'll drag it and create over here basically there. Right. So that's two of these curtain walls are being placed. Okay, and now if I look into the 3D view, and it looks like a corner window only. Okay, but slight little problems are there, like it's this wall is coming, so I don't want that wall to come in basically there. It should be just the mullions basically there. So what might have to do it, I might have to like drag one of these curtain wall to the very end of that wall like that. Okay, so now if I look into the 3D view, it might give it that look. Okay. And I'm not satisfied with the framing work or the aluminium work basically, so I do not like this profile basically that. So I'll do one thing, I'll remove this profile because this glass and this glass should be like hitting together basically there, or there should be a squared mullion profile right over here basically there. So the option is like you unpin that mullion, you remove it. And you can just set it over there. Right. Or we can even add a mullion in the corner as a square mullion basically. Okay, so add a mullion. I want a squared mullion, so I can take a rectangle square mullion. There we go, and I can add that right in the corner. We have can select the glass. It's not in the middle, so like we can come into the edit type and we can offset this. Apply can be there. Okay, and then we need to adjust this mullion size because it's way too small. Just 30 square mullion size is there, so might be required a bigger size mullion basically. Okay, but now the problem with this type of method is that it will not count in window category. Okay, so whatever you will try to do, it will create it. It will create your square mullion also. You can create and apply this. But the problem is that this is not being counted in the part of window category. It is counted as a part of wall category basically. Okay, and if I take out the quantity of window, जब हम लोग शेड्यूल निकालेगी क्वांटिटी ऑफ विंडो की बेसिकली उधर दिस विल नॉट कम बेसिकली उधर सो इट विल नॉट be visible in the quantity takeoff basically uddhar. Plus thing there are two curtain walls, so like one curtain wall, two curtain walls basically. So in the quantity also again it will show as two. Okay, it won't show as one quantity basically uddhar. So again like if I'm getting a lump sum value basically uddhar, so that will be a very wrongly in the quantifications basically uddhar. So this method is not approvable basically uddhar. Okay, many people use this method to create a corner window. I would not do it basically because it does create a corner window, but it's like in the quantity wise, it will not show me as a corner window basically or a type of window basically. Okay, it will show me as a wall basically, which I don't want to show represent as a wall basically. So I'll create a family for the corner window basically, right? So how do we create a family of corner window? It's little slightly thoda sa tricky hai, but once you will get practice on it, you will get to understand about it. So we'll go step by step, little slow and steady. Okay, so let me show you my method of creating corner window. Right. So if you want to create a corner window family, you come to File menu, New, Family. So when you take family command, we get this new family template selector basically. So we'll obviously go into the English folder because we wanted to create a metric family. If you want to create imperial, you can take English imperial. So we'll go to the English and it gives me a list of templates which family you wanted to create. So what are we creating right now? Window we are creating. So what we should search over here as a template? So as a template, we'll select metric window. Now in metric window, there are three categories over here. We have metric window dash curtain walls, we have metric window dash with trims, and we have just metric window. Now last time I explained about the trims. What is trims? Like there will be a bottom sill basically there below the window, that is your trims, or the outer framing of the window is the trims. And that is something that I don't want to create it. So I'll take normal metric window over here. Okay, so we're gonna pick this template metric window dot rft. Okay. Sorry. Oh, and grow up. pick up metric window.rft, and what happen is that it's gonna give me same family template, just like we get it in the sliding windows basically. We have the exterior side, this is the interior side, we have the width. There's a wall is been created, a specific type of wall is given. I don't know what's the thickness of this wall, so when you select, it's generic 200 mm, it's fine. Okay, now if you look into your 3D view, there is an already a cut opening given to you basically. So when you keep the cursor, you can see it tells you that there is an opening cut, right? So that opening cut is of 1000 by whatever is the parameter been set basically. Then actually I'm gonna delete that opening cut now. I'm gonna remove it, and instead of keeping an opening cut, I'll keep a wide cut over there basically. Okay. So if you want to delete the opening cut, what you will do, just keep the cursor on that opening cut. You can see I'm keeping the cursor on the opening cut, it highlights me. Select it and press delete. Okay. The moment you delete, you will see that the wall becomes plain. There is no cut in the wall basically there. Okay, that's because we have removed the opening cut basically, and we're going to create a new white cut and we're going to give that parameter basically. Okay, so how do we do that basically? So I'll come back to my floor plan, and I'll create some reference planes over here. All right, so I'm going to create a reference plane on the exterior side, horizontal reference plane, and another horizontal reference plane on the interior side. And I'll also create one more vertical reference plane on one side only, on the right side actually. Okay, so two horizontal planes are being created, one on the exterior, one on the interior, and one vertical plane was being created on the right side of it. Right. Actually, I'm gonna give some dimensions to these. So I'll give this center plane to this plane, which is right now coming as 511 mm. You can select that and we'll label that, and I'm going to call this as width 2. So that's width 2, and I'm going to give another dimension from this plane to here. That comes to 340. I'll make that as 300s. So I just selected and changed its dimensions to from 340 to 300s. Okay, I won't name it. I'll just keep it as 300, and I'll just log that dimension basically. If you want to label it as offsets, you can label that as offset as well, but I'm okay to keep it as unlabeled. And even on the exterior sides, one this side as well, I'm gonna just leave it as dimension and locked, not labeling that. We can round off that. So we have created a couple of parameters. There's already width is there. There is width 2 is there now. And some offset of 500 and 300s. All right. Now what I'll do, I'll create a white cut first, basically. Okay. So to create a white cut, I'll come to the Create tab. एंड यहाँ पे फॉर्म में से वाइड फॉर्म लेंगे हम लोग. ना वाइड फॉर्म के अंदर भी मल्टीपल टाइप्स ऑफ वाइड फॉर्म है. वाइड एक्सट्रूजन वाइड है, वाइड ब्लेंड है, वाइड रिवॉल्व है, वाइड स्वीप है एंड वाइड स्वीप ब्लेंड है बेसिकली तरह. ओके, तो वाइड फॉर्म में हम लोग लेके अभी के लिए लेंगे वाइड एक्सट्रूजन बेसिकली तरह, क्योंकि मुझे कट क्रिएट करना था बेसिकली तरह. ओके, ऑन द वॉल. ओके, एंड स्ट्रेट कट है, सो विल टेक वाइड एक्सट्रूजन. Okay, so I'll take wide extrusion. So when I take wide extrusion, okay, it tells me to draw that shape of line. So I'll take rectangle shape. And in the rectangle shape, I'll pick this corner point. So this intersection point, from this point all the way till this intersecting point here, from the top left to the bottom right actually. Right, and don't forget to lock the lines. So I'll lock all these lines. Done, so they are locked. Right, and then I'll click on the finish edit mode to complete the step. So finished, complete, and it's been completed. I'll come to any one of the elevation view, interior or exterior elevation view. And I'll just select this void element. You can see there's a void element is there, but it is at the bottom level. So I'll select that element and I'll drag it to the top height, and don't forget to lock. Okay, so lock, and from the bottom also I'll drag it and I'll put it at the sill height, and then I'll lock it as well. So if you are able to see, there is a yellow line is appearing on the reference plane. That yellow line is your white cut line basically. Okay. Now there is still a problem with this part. Is like when I come to the 3D view, you see that void is created, wall is also there, but there is no cut in the wall. See, there is no opening. So I want to cut an opening. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to come to the modify tab. Now in the modify tab, you'll find an option called as cut geometry. Okay, you get cut geometry, take cut geometry command. Now in cut geometry, select the void first and then select the wall. So what you will see now, there is a cut shape on the wall. Okay, that's good. Okay, now even come into the plan view, we can also see a cut in the wall. Okay, great. Now what I need to do is I need to create the corner window. So first I might need to create this frame. Okay, and maybe I'll create the granite stone first and then the channel frame and then the glass. So we'll create into three parts. Okay, so first the granite frame and then the channel and then the glass element basically. Okay, so let's do that. Right now this corner window is like one is on this side and one is on the other back side basically. Okay, so what we gonna do is I'm gonna come into the create tab and create a form of extrusion. So if I take extrusion and I'm gonna take rectangular shape again. And I'm gonna create from this point, this intersecting point from the top left corner point, okay, till this point, this center bottom right, not all the way till here, till right till here only. All right. Don't forget to lock the lines. So we'll again lock these sketch lines. Okay. And then I'll again click on the finish mode to complete. Now I'll come to the elevation view and we'll make this to wireframe. And you see it's at the bottom. So again I'll drag it to the top height, lock it from bottom, also drag it bottom cell height पे lock. Right now if you look into your 3D view, you'll see that there is a box element like that. See. Okay. Now don't worry, this box won't be visible in your project. This is just for reference we have created over here. Okay. Right. Now what I need to create is the, suppose the granite frame, if it's gonna be stone framing, maybe it is, yeah, it is, looks like it. So stone framing around it. So how do I do that? So for creating that granite frame, I'm gonna hide my wall for temporary moment basically. Okay, so we're gonna select the wall and we're gonna hide that wall. So select the wall, come to this option at the bottom, it says temporary hide and isolate. Tap it and you can click on hide element. So to just temporarily hide it, the wall will be temporarily hidden. That means I'll be only able to see that box element. Right now we want to create that stone, so I'll come to the create tab once again, use the form, and I'm going to use a form called as solid sweep. Okay, so I'm going to take solid sweep. In solid sweep, I won't be taking sketch path. I'll be always taking pick paths. So I'll take the pick path. In pick path, I'll select this path line first, the vertical one. So this one first, that's second, third, fourth, fifth, and sixth. Okay, so it be like that. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Right, so path creation process is done, so I can click on finish. And the next step is to create the profile. So I'll click on edit profile, and I can create the profile in the plan view. So I'll come into the plan view, and this is where I'll be creating that profile shape. Creating a rectangular shape from here to here. Don't forget logs. And we can give parameters. So maybe I will give a parameter of dimension from the sketch line. So from the sketch line to the sketch line, granite. Label this as granite. There we go. Got that. Parameter. Well, we can give a little bit corner edge, a little fillets. Fillet. I'll give a radius of 5 mm and 5 mm both ends. We can subcategorize this thing. I can call this subcategory as of now some sort of framing or mullion. And we can also give the material. Can associate that material also. We'll click on the finish mode, and one more time as a finish mode complete. So what do we see as like frame, stone framing on that edge. Now we need the channel. So the method would be again similar process only.
Like windows.
Like the window only. Okay. So like the stone only. Okay, so let's create that. So once again create, it can take the form of sweep. Again I'm going to take pick paths. Pick this path. 1,
Center line.
yeah, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Finish the mode. Again with the profile. So I'll click edit profile. I'll come to the plan view. Now this profile we might need to create right over here at this end. So I can move this at this end so I can like align it. Okay. Okay, it doesn't come. So this pointer doesn't come. So we might create the profile right over here. So create right in the middle. Take that of 100. Take that of 35. Mm. I'm gonna offset that line 12 mm. Later on. Obviously, I'll be giving dimensions. So tab from the plane to the sketch line. Line is exceeding, so make sure that it doesn't exceed. Tab here. That would be my equal it. With see, I get good control of it. So maybe if I want to change the glass thickness, it's way too thick. Reduce that to 12. It does work, so great. And if I change the granite thickness as well, it does works.
Offset भी change करना रहेगा तो manage कर सकते हैं.
Yeah, you can. channel length or depth, whatever you want to call that. Change that. Full-fledged control parametric channel is ready with us. Subcategorize, yeah, it is in the category of frames and mullion. That's good. No, the material is wrong, so it's not going to be of granite stone, it's going to be of metal. So once again we'll create so we'll create a material yeah, this for channel dash metal, put it into subcategory. Please fill this product information and other information as well. I'm skipping because that's it's too lengthy for me right now to teach you. Like, but when you are making it, you should fill the product information, the description information, and everything, so that when you do, or when you'll be learning quantity, BOQ and BOM, at that time it would be easier for you to get the part information basically, or the product information. Okay. Metal, aluminium, and I'm just taking roughly right now. It's not got to be that polished. Just to mute. I can give associate parameter also, so that I can have control of that. अब इसको मोड को भी फिनिश करो and one more time finish, and look at ready view. We have channel. Okay, we need the glass. I'll come to the plan view and I'll create it using extrusion form only directly. So let's do that. Let's create the glass element as well. It's working. It's good. So create form, take solid extrusion, and in solid extrusion I'm going to take pick lines. I'm going to lock the pick lines before only. Lock. And then I'm going to start picking up these lines. So that line, this line, pick line, pick, pick, pick. So lines are locked already. That's good. So you can see we got the lines. And we can click on the finish mode. Complete. But there is problem. First thing, we'll subcategorize it. We'll subcategorize in glass, and we'll also give the material. I'll just give temporary glass material. We'll also give the associate parameter. Call this as material as well. The problem is like if I come to the interior view, is like it's at the bottom, which I need to drag all the way till here and lock it. Okay, so from the top plane, say like 1 and 2 step basically. Okay, and from the base also I'll drag it right over here, नीचे इधर और नीचे से भी लॉक हो गया. If I look at 3D view, right. Cool. But now in the project, this box should not be visible. We created this box solid extrusion was for the reference purpose, so that my path could follow basically. Okay, we can either delete also. Okay. Okay, so you can delete that, but I won't delete it actually. I'll keep it. I'll let it be there. I'll create it as a visibility parameter. Maybe in future I might have to create something more elements. So again I need to create it. So better we keep it. क्या करो इसका सिर्फ एक visibility parameter बना दो basically उधर. तो we'll select that solid extrusion box or a rectangle, whatever it is, and over here there is visible. It is visible written. Okay.
Visible in property.
Yeah, I'll
Associate.
take an associate family parameter, and I'm going to create a parameter for that. I'm going to call this as reference box. Right, and then we can keep that okay and okay. So it records an equal sign. Check and commenter family types. Yeah, I can forgot to put it in the group of visibility. So I can off it. Okay, so I don't need to see that. So it is off, it won't be visible now in my project.
So how to put that?
Family types.
Yeah.
Off.
Visibility.
Edit. Group it under the visibility. Okay. Maybe default height. We'll take it as 900. So okay, let's be 10 to 10. Because we've set it as a plane. Right.
Okay.
Just wanted to check whether my length or width to is changing. So if I keep the width to is 1200, this works. You can save this family. One window. And now I can load this into my project. Remove this curtain wall, so let me create another wall. Window. So now if I select parameters, this works. This works.
Then you select that.
Or that's the white box basically.
Okay.
Sweet and simple.
So white box रहेगा.
Yeah, it was, but it won't be visible actually.
Okay.
It's just a reference.
Okay.
You can place it here as well.
This method is better but lengthy.
Yeah, it's lengthy, but it's okay. You get at least a type of wall, window actually.
Perfect type
Perfect.
of window.
Oops. Count as one part only then.
How much we charge for this?
Sorry.
Charge.
Depends on how many frames and channel and the area is going basically. Okay. Nice and easy. And it gets tagged also. So like if I want to tag this window, I can tag this window as well. So you come into edit type parameter and everything. Want to type marks. Corner window. Going to annotate. Tag by category. Tags. Right. And that's something that I won't be get a tag, but it will like boom. That's the problem. Because it's count as 2 then. This was more simpler method to create. You don't have to create family, but this is something you get with family that's very good. Okay. So that's your corner window family. Little lengthy, but it's okay. It's easy to understand also. It's not that hard and difficult. If you have tried the sliding window, it is very, very easy basic with it. Okay. Right. Any questions?
Sir, yes,
Yeah.
sir.
Go ahead.
Sir, some sort of design, like leaf and all this, we want to put on the glass, like a film or something like that. How to do it?
That is a separate material part basically. Okay, so you need to create a
With
Photoshop
the
file, an alpha file.
no, with the paint
With the
command, can
filming
we
work
do it?
only, no, you can't do it with the painting command basically. So if you want to create a flames,
So
you need to create Photoshop file or an Corel
Photoshop,
Draw. Yes, or a Corel Draw file basically.
Coral.
Yeah.
Okay,
Okay, so that is a little advanced part. We take it that in Lumion. Okay, so the filming
okay, sir.
works. It is done in Lumion. So if you go into the Lumion, they have already the film patterns of glasses. Therein,
Yes.
it is architecture, so we just show the architecture elements basically.
Okay,
Okay, if you want the filming file, I'll get a file tomorrow, or not tomorrow, Monday. I can show you basically the Corel Draw file. Okay, on the same glass only, on
okay,
this
sir.
particularly part only basically. That you want it, I'll get it basically. But the pattern is very, it's
Okay,
not, I'll be honest, the pattern is not dimensions, so it is a rough pattern created, but you will understand what and how, which type of file you wanted to get it and applied it. All
okay.
right.
And sir, one more
Yeah.
thing.
Yeah.
We produce lintels and means the
Yes.
RCC system around the in the family also can we create?
Yes, you can create
What is
lintel.
the best way?
First, you need to create a void and then you need to create an extrusion, or else create a wall sweep command.
In the family template?
No, 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 no. In the architecture tab, there is wall sweep command, right? Use that as your lintels basically.
Means in the project. Okay, okay, sir.
Okay, so but remember your wall sweep would be negative values then basically. It will be inside the wall.
Okay,
Okay.
okay.
Right. Okay, guys. So anything more? Try this family part first, and I'll see you on Monday. And I want the assignment of 3 panel sliding window and 2 panel sliding window as well.
Sir, can we talk after this?
Yeah. but not
Okay,
at
okay.
this moment. I have another class basically there, so later on.
Okay, okay.
Okay,
Okay. Thank you.
most welcome.